Lisa from Lisa's Crafty Creations, and today I thought I'll just tell you a little bit about my holiday while we do some diamond painting. What I thought I'd do is this glasses case. Came in the easywhim subscription box for May. Came with everything you could possibly need to do it, but I have some of my own little tools which I prefer to use. So I'll be using some of those as well. So as I say, this is a glasses case. It's magnetic, so you can open it up. You could use it as a glasses case. You could even use it as a pencil case, I suppose, if you wanted to. But it's designed as a glasses case. It comes with all the drills. Most of them are special drills. We did look through this before, but I'll just show you again. We have some lovely red teardrops. And then we have a selection of rhinestones in various different colours, and we have your normal resin 310. We also have some tiny slithers, teardrops, and some bigger domes. So we'll see how we use them. It also comes with its own little toolkit, which is nice with easywhim. Anything to do with diamond painting all has its own toolkit, except the 2 diamond paintings, and they come with one between the 2 of them. So this one's got a selection of baggies in, some wax and a little tray, and I will just use that rather than get all my stuff out, because I still haven't sorted it all out since coming back from holiday. I'm going to use my white resin pen from Diamond Art Club. This one ended up getting replaced by my blue one, which is in here somewhere. Because it chipped when I took out the multi-placer at the top. It got a chip in it, so I contacted Diamond Art Club and they replaced it for me. But I'm still able to use especially the single placer, although that top end is not wonderful. But I do like to use this pen. It's nice to hold, although I do prefer the blue one. I'm not quite sure where the blue one is at the moment. That's here. So this is the blue one. My favourite pen is no longer, this is my favourite pen, but it no longer works because something happened to it for some reason, and the spring no longer works. The bits are all there, but don't know why it's not working. So I'm going to invest in another one of those at some point. So that's what I'm using today. These cost about £13.99, as I say, from Diamond Art Club. Although at the time I think I paid £9.99, but then I paid altogether, I paid about £30, and that included shipping. So I suppose it wasn't too bad when you think it comes from America. But considering the pen itself was only £10, it cost me twice as much in shipping. I'm drinking orange and tonic water because I feel like a refreshing drink. Right. So let's begin, shall we? I'll leave my scissors out first. So, as I say, I've just come back from holiday. It was my 27th wedding anniversary. So my lovely daughters decided that they would treat us to a cottage, or a family holiday in a cottage in Scotland, the Highlands of Scotland. So we went up to a place called Loch Cay, which is absolutely beautiful, and it's in the Highlands of Scotland, up near Fort William. And it's we had a cottage right on the loch. We were surrounded by 3 herds of deer, which we saw on a regular basis. At least once a day we saw the deer. At one time they were right outside the cottage, just in the next field from the garden. My daughters were able to get right up close to the fence and watch them in the field across the way. They were wary, but they never ran off. It was quite impressive. We also saw some sea eagles, quite a few sea eagles. The guys saw an osprey, and I saw some chaffinch, a great tit and a coal tit, and wagtail, pied wagtail. They're the little birds that we saw, or I saw. There was also red squirrels, which my daughters saw, and my husband. There was a signpost for feral deer. No, not feral deer, feral goats, but we didn't see any of those. Although we did see some wild pigs. Well, I didn't see them personally, but the guys saw them. I didn't get out that much really with the pain that I was in. My prescription got messed up, so I didn't have all the pain meds I needed, which meant that I wasn't able to go for as many walks. But I did try to. We went to the Isle of Skye for two reasons. One, the girls wanted to see the fairy pools, and I wanted to go to Talisker Distillery because I absolutely love Talisker whiskey. It's a real smoky peat tea whiskey. An acquired taste for lots of people, but it's something I like. I will be posting a video up on the fairy pools, because as I couldn't walk down there, I did try, but I didn't get very far at all, and because of that I ended up back in the car doing some crocheting. So there's a video, I took a video of the area, and so you'll see some nice views, and I talked a little bit about the fairy pools and about Talisker and the whiskey. So you'll see that on the channel very soon. I wasn't able to upload it while we were on holiday because we weren't allowed to upload. The Wi-Fi only allowed us emails and watching things that were already downloaded. We couldn't use anything, upload or download anything, so I didn't get to even watch YouTube, and I certainly wasn't able to upload my video. So hence the reason you didn't get it. So I will upload that this week at some point, so that you'll be able to see some of the fantastic views. So that was the fairy pools on the Isle of Skye. They also went to the Devil's Pulpit, which is not far from I don't know where it is actually. The girls know, but they've been before and they wanted to take us back, but there's no way I could have walked down to the Devil's Pulpit. As it was, I was having a few of my stomach issues that I can sometimes have, so I wasn't able to leave the house, the cottage, which was fine. I enjoyed, and then I was ill in the evening as well, but I still enjoyed having time with everybody. It was lovely. It was nice to have a family holiday, my 3 girls and husband and the 2 dogs, in this gorgeous cottage. Now the cottage slept 6. It had a beautifully big lounge and a big well-stocked kitchen. When I say well-stocked, I mean stocked. Well, it had your usual teas and coffees. It had salt and pepper and all the cutlery could you possibly need, and crockery. Anything you needed for cooking was all there. We needed to shop before we went up there because there was no shops. The closest was Fort William, and that was like 45-minute drive away. It took you half an hour just to get onto a main road from the cottage. But as I was saying, it has 3 bedrooms. So it had one double bedroom which was quite large, and off that bedroom there was a bathroom. It wasn't en suite, but the bathroom was right next door to that bedroom. And then you walked down a little corridor and that came into the kitchen, and then you took a right because it was an L-shaped cottage, and you were led into the other set of bedrooms. So there was a little porch as your entranceway, and then to the left of that was the double master bedroom with an ensuite bathroom, and straight ahead of the front door was a double room which was quite small, just fit in 2 double beds. So one of the girls slept in there. My husband and I obviously had the ensuite with the double bed, the double room. They were so comfortable, the beds. Wasn't too hot, it was nice temperature, there was heating throughout, there was a solid fuel fire if we wanted to use it, although we didn't because the weather was not warm enough. and we did tend to on a night have a barbecue outside and then just keep the barbecue burning to keep us warm while we had an enjoyable evening together. The first night, as I said, I wasn't well when they went to the Devil's Pulpit the first day, the Monday, and I wasn't well that evening. I had a migraine and ended up having to go back to bed. But I was able to enjoy listening to them, having fun and playing the games, generally having a good time. So that was nice. And then, as I say, the Fairies Pulpit, there's a video of that. We went to Talisker, I got my whiskey, and so that was all on the Isle of Skye. We spent a day in the cottage, just wandering around and reading, and then the guys went for bike rides and walks. We went into Fort William one day, which is, it's quite a nice city, Fort William, in some ways. Then other ways it's a bit dreary. I suppose it's like every city, it's got its ups and downs. But the place we went to a place called Cobb's, where they did American pancakes, you know, with your bacon and your maple syrup. My daughter loves, one of my daughters, well, all of them actually, loves pancakes. So she was like, oh, we're going to Cobb's, we're going to Cobb's. So she took us to Cobb's and she treated us to American pancakes and a cup of coffee, although they had tea, I had coffee. They don't drink coffee, strange bunch. Tea drinkers. And then we had a look round and I was able to get a few little presents with some my adopted grandbabies. So I was able to get some little presents for them. Nothing major. They both suffer from developmental issues, so sensory things are nice to get for them. So I found some snow globes, and one was of the gondolas in Fort William and then the other one was of Loch Ness. So I was able to get those and they went down very well when the boys saw them. They were really pleased with them, so that was nice. Daft little keyring for my best friend, and all in all it was a nice day that we had in Fort William. The girls did about a 35-mile bike ride around the loch and then back to the cottage. They were absolutely jiggered when they got back. It was so funny. I was like, do you want a drink? Do you need this? Do you need that? And they're like, Mum, just let us, I can't think at the minute. And they were so tired, they just couldn't think what they wanted. It was so funny. But they did so well and they had a lovely time. The dogs loved it because they had a great big garden to run around in. And one of the dogs is a greyhound mix or a lurcher mix, and he obviously likes to run around, cause havoc, and he's got a lot of energy because he's still just a pup. And so the garden was big enough for him to race around, and he did just that. He went round and round and round this garden, and it was lovely to see. I'm so happy because they've got a yard and he lives right on the sea, so he does have plenty of nice walks and everything. But for him to be able to just go out at the back or any of the doors, because there was 4 doors that led onto the terrace. There was the main door, but then there was patio doors from both the master bedroom, the kitchen and the front room. So they all opened up onto a terrace, part of which was flagstoned and the rest was like small gravel, and it had a large picnic table on it. And you had a barbecue. Weather was lovely. We were able to have a number of barbecues. We had one on the Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, I think Thursday we didn't. One night we had chicken wrapped in bacon in the house, and another night we had jerk chicken in the house, and then the other times we were having barbecue, sausages and steak and all kinds of nice stuff on the barbecue outside. So that was pretty good, just eating in on the two nights, because it was 5 nights outside, because the first night, the Sunday night when we arrived, we had, my sister had sent us for an anniversary present a hamper with pasties in, Cornish pasties, so we just needed to put them in the oven, and then enjoy those. So that's what we did. It was quick and easy, so we all enjoyed. And then we had a cream tea afterwards, which was another part of the hamper that my sister bought. So that was lovely. We didn't have to worry about what we were going to eat, because ordering in would have been a nightmare, because A, you had to find a signal, and then B, whether or not they would deliver out this far, because as I say, we were about half an hour's ride just from the main road. So we didn't want to have to think about food, so my sister thought about it for us. So that was lovely that we'd been able to just stick those in the oven as soon as we walked through the door. They were the first thing that came out the van, and the rest, and then we put them in the oven, and while we were unpacking everything else, they were cooking. So by the time we were ready and unpacked, our tea was cooked and we're ready just to sit and enjoy the evening, which is what we did. It was lovely. Really had a lovely time. I'm disappointed I'm not able to walk as far as I used to be. Quite an active person. I liked walking and going down to see different places. Going to see the fairy pools and the Devil's Pulpit would have been just my cup of tea at one point, or one time in my life. But then now I couldn't even make it 10 minutes down the road to get to the fairy pools, and then my family had said there's no way I would have made it around them. It was just too rocky, slippy, up and down, steep, and I just couldn't have made it with the illnesses that I have now affecting my balance and my walking. So that was a bit of a shame, but I didn't let it spoil the holiday. You know, I had my moment of being a little bit upset, but I didn't let it spoil my holiday. I sat and did my crocheting, used 3 balls of wool up while I was waiting for them, which is always good. Now, where did I put that? I need some wax. I've got some. Just going to use pink wax. Pink wax. So yeah, got 3, just waiting for them to come back from the fairy pools, because apparently it's a 1 hour 40 walk, complete walk there and back, or you could do a longer walk right the way around. There was a circular option if you wanted to, but they just did the there and back. So we had they've taken some nice photographs, so I'll try and include some of the photographs in the videos. I'll do a video of photographs so that you can see some of the stuff that we saw. We have photographs of the deer. There was loads of heron as well. We saw a lot of heron. Everything was open as well, which was nice. There was nothing much. There was lots of notices around to say what level COVID we were at. So COVID-19 level 2 they were in, and there were quite lots of signs to say what level they were at, which was nice. so you knew exactly what you were dealing with. A lot of it was contactless. They preferred you to pay contactless than cash, although they would accept cash. But as I say, all in all, it was lovely. We had no issues, no nothing. It was nice. Really enjoyed it. I didn't do much cooking. I think I did one breakfast, which was a continental. So hardly did any breakfasts, hardly cooked any meals. I think I cooked one, maybe 2 meals the whole week, so I was able to have a nice rest. But for some reason you come home jiggered. Doesn't make sense, does it? You go on holiday, do nothing, have a lovely rest, and come back jiggered. But yes, it was a lovely time. Lovely, lovely time. As I say, it was on Loch O'Cleard, which is up near Lochy. So you go right round Lochy, and then at the end of that you move into Loch Craig, and it's not on a back road. You have to come off the main roads to get to it. And it's an absolutely gorgeous lake, so clear. We have a lovely photograph, which I will try and put in as well, that my daughter took of the sunset, which was just down. She took it. It was such a nice sunset. I went down to the water's edge to see whether they could get some nice photographs, and she was able to take one with a pink sheen over the rocks. It was absolutely beautiful. So I've got a copy of that photo, so I'm going to try and put that on the video, so you should be able to see that. I might see if I could put some of the pictures at the end of this video, and then you can see that, see them then. But no, it was a fantastic time, and 27 years married. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. 3 girls, 27 years married. Happily married as well. You know, we've had our fallouts, but generally speaking, we've had a really happy, healthy marriage. My husband's fantastic. Does everything, anything and everything for me. I'm spoilt rotten. I wouldn't change him for the world. I'm married into a lovely family as well. I've got nice father-in-law and mother-in-law, and I've got 3 brothers, new brothers, and their wives, their sisters, and then all these nieces and, well, nieces. I haven't got nephews on the husband's side of the family, although I have on my side of the family. But my poor mother-in-law, bless her, she had 4 boys, but she ended up having 10 granddaughters. She was always after a grandson. She eventually got a great-grandson. It was awful, because the first time her granddaughter fell pregnant, she was like, oh, it's going to be a boy this time round, it's got to be, and it was another girl. But she eventually got a great-grandson about 3 years ago now, so she was over the moon with that. Not that we see much of them because they live so far away, but she's able to buy little boy stuff now, which is nice for her. Right, that's that one done. I'm going to leave that because I want that one to see whether I've got any more baggies anywhere. I know I have somewhere, but where is the question? Where is the question? because I tidied up, because whilst we were away also, my house was decorated, or my front room was decorated, and which was lovely. I came home to a completely glossed and emulsioned room. We have grey, we have quite a tall house, and so we have grey above the picture rail and in the alcoves in one room, and grey above the picture rails and on the chimney breast in another room, in the other room, and we have like a beigey white, beigey cream in on the main walls. It's a nice light airy house, it's lovely. So now this is the one, we've got both rooms the same at long last. We've been meaning to have it for years but never got round to getting both rooms done, so this time my daughters did one room, and then while we were on holiday we paid to have the other room done by a friend of ours, or a friend of the girls. So it was all done and dusted for us when we came in. All we had to do was really dust down the furniture, because obviously there'd been a lot of sanding to do, and the dust had gone into the first room, the dining room, so we had to dust everything down before we moved the furniture back into the main room. And but it was lovely, you know, that didn't take long, and it was nice to be able to just sit and relax and know that it's all fresh and clean. There's only now the kitchen and my bedroom to do. The whole house has been done, which is lovely. It needs a few finishing touches, like shelving units put up, pictures putting back on the walls, that kind of thing. Keep missing the bag. It's because I'm putting them back in the little bags, I'm not putting them in. So that's it so far. It's looking quite good, isn't it? So now we're going to put some of the fancy ones on. And let's start off with number, what is it, number 7. Is it number 7 or number 9? Number 9. Oh, we only want one of number 9. Right in the middle. So we'll put them back in there. We want one. So what else can I tell you? I can tell you. What else has been happening? So we came back on, that's 7, this is 8. So we came back on Sunday night. To a freshly decorated house, as I said, and then Monday I didn't do hardly anything. Don't think any of us did, to be honest. I think my husband got his van back to set back up to normal, so that he could work on Tuesday, because we emptied the van out of all the equipment for his business, and so it had to be all put back in, ready for him starting work on Tuesday. So he did that on Monday. My children helped. One of them, they all helped do different jobs like that, and I think I was left in the house most of the time, and I slept most of the day. Then Tuesday, I slept quite a bit. I was getting pampered again, which is always nice. So my friend was going to do my hair, so I went to her house, had a shower, and she blew dried my hair, or scrunch dried my hair after she was washing it, because I've just had it recently permed. And I love it, absolutely love it. It's so easy to look after, just needs a bit of product in it, a scrunch, and away we go. It doesn't need the same amount of styling as I used to have when I was shorter, or it just, I don't know, it's just so much better, and it looks so much healthier, to be honest with you. And I did have this curly bit at the back. I think I might have been telling you actually, that was always curly, but now all my hair's curly, so it doesn't look so odd now. Let's just put that back in one of these, and then right, my video is running out of battery, so what I'll do is I'll just finish this off camera. I've only got the little tiny little bits to do, and I'll do that and finish it on camera, and then I'll do a review of the whole product afterwards, because I think I've told you as much as I can about my holiday and about the things I've been up to. I'm going back again on Friday to have my hair done again, and might end up getting my nails done as well, and we're looking forward to having a girly night very soon now that we're able to. So that should be fun, and I think that's all I've got to tell you. So what I will do is ask you, please, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to find out a little bit more about my crazy self and the things that I get up to, and also watch some of the crafts that I do, then you're more than welcome to join us. Please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified whenever I do a video, and also remember to comment, because if you don't comment, the subscription doesn't count. If you've already subscribed, welcome back. Thank you again for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. I love talking to you guys. It is actually a highlight of the day. For all you don't talk back, I still enjoy chattering away to you. Makes me feel, just stops me feeling so lonely for some reason, knowing you guys are out there listening to me rabble on. But due to battery issues and the fact that I'm running out of things to say, I am going to love you and leave you. Please remember to pass on a smile if you get the opportunity to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.